Hey, man. So my brother's been telling me about this app for kids. My kids are 15, 12, and 9. Oldest one's a girl. The next two are boys. This app that encourages your kids to do their expected chores and then what they call them outside of that, the gigs around the house that need to be done. I was telling you about this other night. So you're telling me about another one too.
As you're leading into this and you're thinking about this Bible correlation, what's the fifth commandment?
Honor.
I believe it's
father
and your father and your mother.
Yeah. Do we need to confirm that?
Let's confirm it. I think it's the fifth.
Why don't you look and I'll keep talking about this app. So what this app does is it has expected things. So like our kids, and we're having a family meeting about this tonight.
Really?
To go over expectations and then gigs and how this works. So the expectations that we've set up are your room has to be clean. So I don't know if you have any kids yet, or if you've had kids, or if you've been a kid. They're just messy. Kids are messy, especially. Well, I'd say especially boys. My daughter's just as messy as my boys are. So they're expected to have their room clean continuously, to make their bed, which has never been a rule in our household, but it's about to be just because of the discipline. To pick up their stuff. So no, like in common areas, no wrappers left out, no cups left out. The Xbox controller needs to go back in the box where it goes. And to, when meals are finished, rinse the dishes off and put them in the dishwasher. Those are the expectations. The gigs outside of that, they can get paid for. In this app, they do them. And like taking the trash out is 40 cents is what I have it set up as. That means pulling the trash out of the trash bag, out of the trash container, taking it outside, putting it in the big trash can, coming back in, putting a new trash bag in. Then they can take a picture, and then 40 cents goes into their account.
Okay. That's cool.
You just set it up, and you put a certain amount of money in there. They get debit cards as well. And so these debit cards are allocated towards their spend account only. There's 3 accounts. They have a save account, and you designate the percentages that are going in where save account, spend account, and a give account, or share account is what they call it. The only money that they can spend on those debit cards are their spend account. And you also can designate what are those expectations that you have to spend your money for. You want to make your kids spend their money on their clothes, their shoes, or is it just fun stuff for them? Whatever those things are, you set all those expectations inside the app. You can even do cool things. You can be as creative as you want to. And they give you recommendations. One of those that I thought was really cool was prepare family dinner one night a week. It's not mandatory. It's optional, but you can make $4 if you want to prepare the family dinner. If you want to read a book for 30 minutes a night.
So you're teaching your kids the value of work. You're teaching your kids the value of understanding work, and that ultimately these are things you can do. These are things you don't have to do. Mm-hmm. But if you desire to have money, and if you desire to, and I'm assuming that in this meeting tonight, it will probably be brought up toward the end that if you come to me and you ask me for money for something that you want to go do.
A video game. I want to buy a video game.
You want a video game. And you pull up the app and the proof's in the pudding, right?
Proof's in the pudding.
If there's no money in their spend account, then obviously they haven't been taken to the initiative to do this array of things that you've put at their fingertips that they can go do because they don't have any money. And so the proof is in the pudding in most areas of our life, right?
It absolutely is. And, I think as a parent, you're going to have different levels of how much money your kids can make every week. And that's totally customizable. If you don't have much money, drop the values because they're not, like you're not going to be able to buy them those things anyways. Right. And I would counter that to say if you have a ton of money, still don't put it in there.
Right.
Because I don't think it's healthy for our kids to just have access to money. I handed my daughter, this is kind of the catalyst of this. And the reason we talk about things is because they're real life experience. I handed my daughter $70 to go somewhere the other day. And I was like, I just handed that over and I didn't really even think about it because I wanted my daughter to have a good time. You know, we want our kids to have and to be able to do things. She is, she's not, I wouldn't call her entitled. She doesn't act like that. But I think it could very easily go that way if we continue to do things like that for her.
Right. Right.
So it was like this moment where like, I just gave her $70. That's not easy to make.
No, absolutely not. And you're like, I can't continue to do that and raise a child that's going to grow up and understand the value of what just happened.